Well, we'll go without our sounder here today here on Talk of the Town on AIM 1390 KRFO. As you know, the first weekend in December, a busy weekend. There'll be the play from LTO. We've got some of the folks coming in a week from today. The Chamber's coming back in on Friday the 4th to talk about some of the Chamber events that first weekend. And, of course, is for many, many years, of course, it's lots of things happening at the Village yesteryear. And Kim Purscell joins us. First time we've had you here since, what, maybe Red Cross days?
I think so, yes.
I think a lot of folks know who you are, but you've been on the job now since, what, 3 or 4 months?
Yep, I just finished my 4th month and starting back in August and loving it. Absolutely most exciting and wonderful place to be. I love it.
Okay. Give us just a little background. A lot of folks know you, but some don't. So a little background about who Kim is and how you came to get to be at this job.
Well, I've lived in Owatonna for 23 years, and throughout my career, I started my very first job when I first moved here was at Express Personnel, and then from there I went to the Chamber of Commerce and was there for quite a number of years, the Initiative Foundation, and the Red Cross. And so most recently I was at the United Way up in Faribault. Continuing to live in Owatonna, but when I saw the job opportunity come up at the Historical Society, I just knew that I wanted to come back into Owatonna to work, and it's just a really amazing and exciting place to be.
If you look just over the last couple of years, especially since the History Center got built, it's a hopping place. It's a busy, busy, busy place. And
it is.
that's certainly going to be true the first weekend in December as Christmas in the Village. And maybe we'll just sort of start things off Friday if things get underway, Friday the 4th. Talk a little bit about some of the things that will be happening Friday at the Village of yesteryear.
Okay, well, we're talking about the entire campus of the Historical Society. The Village, we certainly have activities there, but then also in the History Center. So as the festivities begin, we open the History Center and the Village at 4:30 on the Friday. And the activities that you can experience, we'll have live entertainment in the History Center. We have our annual chili and wild rice soup supper, and so we invite people for that. We've also got a kids meal for hot dogs, and the gift shop will be open so people can start looking or thinking about Christmas if they haven't already. And then we encourage people to head on over to the Village, where it will be lit with beautiful luminaries throughout the Village, and it's just a charming, charming place. The carolers will be strolling. These are the Village carolers, not to be confused with the Owatonna High School carolers. Will be caroling throughout the Village, and so people can start in the Donnell House. It is absolutely beautifully decorated, each and every room in the Donnell House by different groups of the community have come in and put their beautiful touches into making it a Christmas spectacular. And so we invite people to come in there. To add to the charm in the Donnell House, there will be the amazing smell of delicious cookies, which we have an annual cookie sale, and that takes place in the kitchen of the Donnell House. And of course, as people are strolling through the house, we have live entertainment in the parlor. And so people can start there, then head on over to the Saco Church, which we have a Christmas carol sing-along happening in there. And it's just a beautiful, quaint environment in there, kind of solemn. The lights will be dim, and we've got the candles in the window, electric candles, not the real candles, but being able to really just enjoy an old-fashioned Christmas with a Christmas carol sing-along. And then after that, we invite families over to the general store, where we will have on Friday night the Sons of Norway, Nortana Lodge, will be doing a lefse demonstration, and people can purchase lefse to take home. Plus, kids can decorate cookies that are in the general store. And then when they're finished there, they can head on over to the schoolhouse, where there will be a number of kids' crafts to do, very reminiscent of days gone by, making the Victorian Christmas crackers, which I'm not talking about things you can eat, except on the inside of the crackers when you open them up. Then there's hard candy inside.
I've never heard of such Christmas crackers.
Yes, it's an old English kind of Victorian type of Christmas treat that kids would make. And so that's happening. They can decorate these cute little wooden Christmas trees to take home. And so it's really geared to family entertainment. New this year, we are doing what's called a snowflake scavenger hunt. And throughout the village and in the History Center, we have little snowflakes that have been decorated and made by the preschool kids at Trinity Daycare. And the kids can go around, count the snowflakes, and bring their card back into the History Center to give to Santa, and they will be able to take something out of the treasure chest. Mm-hmm. So really fun family event, and so that's Friday.
She's doing it all from memory, and she's only been here a few months. She hasn't looked at anything. Everything's coming out of her head.
Well, so Saturday then we invite people back again. We've got live entertainment all day from 10 till 2 in the History Center. We've got the live entertainment in the village. The carolers will be singing there again. And beyond that, we have the artisan market going on in the History Center on Saturday.
Can people still get into that, or you got it already set for who's going to be selling?
I believe it is already filled with local artisans, and so we just invite people to come and experience that. There's going to be a wide variety of artists, and they're amazing decorations that people can purchase for Christmas gifts or for decorating around the house, and enjoy. And if they're there over the lunch hour, we will also be serving food in the History Center again. And so it's really just a fun, but a kind of a walk back in history, kind of stepping back into the 1900s and enjoy life at a slower pace and enjoy good company and good food and excellent music. And it's just really going to be a fun time.
It's free admission, right?
And it's free admission.
Okay.
Yep. Santa will be there in the History Center. Mrs. Claus will be over in the big cabin in the village. I talked to Mrs. Claus, and it's not because she and Santa aren't getting along, but we want to encourage kids to come and see them on both ends of the campus.
Good idea. You mentioned the Nortana Lodge with their lefse on Friday. They're going to go to work Saturday night too, aren't they?
They are. We have the Norwegian meatball supper going on. And so, yeah, people could spend the entire weekend there being fed and entertained and shop with the meatball supper on Friday night, or the soup supper Friday night and the meatball supper on Saturday.
Aren't you glad it's meatballs and not lutefisk? I mean, I don't know. For some folks they'd like it, but I don't think I'd like to smell all over the village yesterday.
Yeah, there are some things better left to the imagination, and that's one of them.
Yeah, I'm 7/8 Norwegian, but I got to draw the line. So all kinds of good fun there, and free admission Friday and Saturday, that first weekend in December. And then, of course, the last few years have had a special holiday home tour, and that's coming up as well that weekend.
That's right, on Sunday. And that we've got 6 beautifully decorated homes and facilities that we're encouraging people to come and see. And tickets are available for purchase, and those are $15, can be purchased at the History Center. They can also be purchased at Kotke Jewelers and Triumph Graphics. And if you're in the Blooming Prairie area, you can purchase it at the Johnson Dorhofer CPA office and A Touch of Charm. And those tickets are now available and can be purchased. That is on Sunday, December 6th only.
Okay, and the hours for that, and then what's the procedure? You've got maps to start at where you are? Or?
Actually, you can start at any one of the locations, and there is a map on the back of the ticket.
Okay.
And with a brief bio of all the homes that they'll be visiting. And people can start at any point, any time between the hours of noon and 5 p.m.
Now will you be going inside any homes, or will it be outside? Okay.
Yes, people who have a ticket will have entrance to those homes, and we have, besides the homeowners, we also have a number of volunteers who will be available to help to direct people and to point out points of interest and to talk about the themes that are behind the decorations. And so, yeah, it's going to be a really fun place where you can get ideas for decorating your own home or to just enjoy the beautiful architecture and designs of the homeowners.
And you should probably maybe have shoes that are easily slip off. I suppose you got to take your shoes off when you go in the home. Do you know? Or?
You can either take off your boots at the door, or we will have little booties that you slip over to protect the homes. And
there's that potential for
yeah, who knows what the weather's.
Who knows what'll be out there.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, we want to protect the homeowners. Living areas,
Yep.
And so yeah, we'll have little booties that you can slip over.
Okay, just check. I figured for sure, but I just mentioned it. That's Sunday the 6th. So again, it's the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and all kinds of things happening at the Village of Yesteryear with their Christmas in the Village. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about, you can check out what's on exhibit now at the History Center during that weekend. What's on exhibit at the History Center still?
Well, we've had to kind of move the exhibits off to the side for some of these big events to allow for the stage and the entertainment. But the exhibits that we have right now are continuing to be Welcome to Ellendale, a history of Ellendale. We have the Vietnam exhibit and the LTO 50th anniversary. So those are happening in the main hall of the History Center. Of course, as people are walking through the village and through other parts of the campus, they get to enjoy the permanent exhibits of our 19 locations, our 19 facilities. And then we've been building some additional display cases. There's a museum word for it, but we'll go with the display cases of some other things that have been collected and archived through Steele County, and those are available to view in other parts of the History Center outside the exhibit hall.
Okay, and of course a few months ago you began, maybe it's been longer than that, you had the free children's programming. We'll kind of just talk a little bit about the Historical Society. It's the first Thursday of each month. It's free, and again, talk a little bit about who's eligible to go there and what some of the things they learn about.
Well, the first Thursday of each month, we have Time Travelers in the morning. That is for preschool children. And we have what's called the History Detectives, which are for K through 6th grade. The Time Travelers in the morning start at 9 a.m. and the December event will be about what it was like to have Christmas back in the early 1900s. We've got a historic sleigh where in the History Center where kids will be able to see what the mode of transportation was like way back then, and to experience what it was like to travel through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, understanding that there weren't any heaters. People had hot potatoes in their pockets or warm bricks to keep their feet warm. And we'll be talking about the things that kids did for fun back then. And so we've got a number of outdoor activities and indoor activities. And so that will be the morning for the Time Travelers from 9 till 10. And then in the evening from 6:30 to 7:30 for the school-age children, K through 6, they'll be doing the same type of activities, but geared to older kids.
Now, I suppose you want the parents with the preschoolers. What about the evening class? Do you want the parents that you just drop them off, or they stay, or how does that work?
They are welcome to stay, and or they can drop them off and come back in an hour.
About how long does it last? About an hour?
1 hour,
okay.
Yes. And the kids always have a great time. We always have some sort of a hands-on craft activity and some music and some interesting stories of days gone by in Steele County.
So it's simple that first Thursday, just
and it's free of charge.
Bring the kids by and let them have some fun, a little bit of something different to look at. Anything else, some things happening down the line, maybe early next year you'd like to tease a little bit about happening? at the Village?
Absolutely. Well, this last weekend we just had a tremendous concert, the Americana Showcase, which was amazing. And so we'll give people a heads up. We don't have the date finalized yet, but to watch our Facebook and our website for the next date of Americana Showcase. But in January on the 29th, we will be doing a big band festival reminiscent of the supper club days where people would get dressed up, come out and have dinner, and then enjoy the big band sounds. And so January 29th, we're doing a big band festival. And Brewfest, which is a big hit, is coming back in February on the 26th. And tickets will be coming available for both of those events shortly. And so we encourage people to watch our Facebook page, like us on the page so that you will continually get notifications of our events. And that domain is Steel History Museum. So we encourage people to go to our website, www.steelhistorymuseum.org, or on Facebook, and all the information about those events, plus many more, will be posted on that.
Okay, Kim Purscell from the Steele County Historical Society, again, December 4th and 5th. All kinds of things happening at the Village, and you can check out the website or Facebook page, and then the holiday home tour on Sunday, the 6th. A lot of things happening that first weekend in Old Town, and that's our Talk of the Town for today here on AM 1390 KRFO.